So right here we're going to rotate towards the mid harpies, and here is a great example of the power of stone cutting sword. Look at how quickly we burn down this Susanoo. I don't think that Golden Blade would be able to provide us this level of damage.
You think that hurt?
What a do, skibbity boo, it's your boy Seanyb Gaming, and today we have a viewer request to play Bakasura in the jungle. If you are new to the channel, I upload 6 to 7 times a week. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right and what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If you are a returning viewer, we haven't done one of these videos in a while, but we actually have 2 games back to back. I wanted to kind of compare and contrast, starting with Stone Cutting Sword and starting with Golden Blade. I feel like a majority of people are going to recommend and tell you to start Golden Blade, but I want to kind of tell you why we should consider Stone Cutting Sword. So I am messaging my solo laner saying start blue. Hopefully he'll just say cool. So let's go ahead and review Bakasura's abilities. Bakasura's first ability is going to be his jump. His jump is going to deal 100 base damage at level 1, and enemies that are hit by your jump are going to take 10% more damage from all sources. Then Bakasura's 2, he's going to consume a minion. It's going to heal him. Large jungle monsters must be at 33% health to be eaten, but will provide 2 minions towards his regeneration. So if you take a look at his passive, you can see that there are some circles above the passive, and if you gobble a minion, you're going to turn one of these circles yellow. At 6 stacks, you'll have all the stacks, and this is going to tie into your ultimate.
Thanks.
Bakasura's 3 is going to apply true damage on his basic attacks. So what does this mean? Well, Bakasura has a auto attack that is going to deal, let's say, 100 damage, and then it's going to be calculated down based on the enemy's protections. So something that should be dealing 100 damage is only dealing 93 damage, let's say. So we're in mid. We're going to see if we can invade their red. We do have our eat. We're going to jump over the wall. We're going to go ahead and try to gobble their red as soon as possible. Not worried about the small minions. Just trying to steal the big one, and we're able to fall back. Your real damage is going to get a protection check, but true damage does not matter about protections. It's just going to do the flat damage. So at level 1, his 3 is going to provide 10 true damage. So that means that if your 100 attack, basic attack that was hitting for 93, has the true damage, it's going to be hitting for 103. That true damage does not go through the protections check, and then at level 5 the true damage goes up to 70, so you can be dealing an additional 70 damage with your basic attacks. Bakasura's ultimate, he is going to regurgitate all of the minions that he has eaten. It's going to create a kind of black-purple pool on the ground that is going to cripple enemies. It's going to apply a slow, and all of the minions that you have eaten are going to be regurgitated. So if you've eaten 6 minions, you're going to shoot out 6 minions. While Bakasura is in his ultimate, he's going to be able to eat one of his minions, and he's also going to be able to use his basic attacks as a cone attack, and he's going to be CC immune for a short duration. So his AoE becomes a cone, not his AoE, his basic attack becomes a cone that does massive damage. And while you are using your ult, you can apply your 3 to apply the true damage to the cone.
On my way.
And then Bakasura's passive, last but not least. Bakasura gets attack and movement speed temporarily for each enemy that he kills. It's going to last 10 seconds. It's going to be 10 attacks, or it's going to be 8 attack speed per stack, 8 movement speed per stack, and you can stack up to 3 times. So we're going to see if we can just run down this Isis, get over some true damage. She's going to back up, so we're just going to disengage. We do have our ultimate, so with Bakasura, his ultimate is pretty disgusting. We might be able to get something onto the... Oh boy, this is going to be cleanup. Come on, we gotta get the Isis. We gotta get her. We gotta get her. Basic. Love it. So we almost have enough money for a stone cutting sword. we've hit level 5. We're probably going to want to get stone cutting online before we switch over and start using our ultimate. Our ult's down. Looks like they're not even concerned about the red. We're going to rotate in. Discordia is able to get the pick onto the Cupid. We're going to rotate back, see if we can't cut this up. We're just going to go for the red. I think that's kind of a smart play. We could chase the Susanoo down, or we could get the guaranteed golden XP from just stealing the red. If you are unaware, if you invade or steal an enemy camp before the 15 minutes, you're going to get reduced XP and gold, compared to as if you were to hit your own. This is to kind of prevent players from trying to invade all the time, the change they made a while back. Just something to point out, you are going to get more gold and XP for getting your camps, but if you can invade the enemy camps, you're going to deny them their gold and XP, and then you can always swing back and get your gold and XP.
Ally down.
Okay.
We're going to jump over the wall, start on our speed. We have our stone cutting sword. So why not go boots? Well, with Bakasura, he is pretty agile. He zips around with the speed buff, and he has the ability to jump over walls. So he can be very elusive. And the stone cutting sword is just an amazing item. It's also going to give us 50 physical power, 7% movement speed. So right here we're going to rotate towards the mid harpies, and here is a great example of the power of stone cutting sword. Look at how quickly we burn down this Susanoo. I don't think that Golden Blade would be able to provide us this level of damage.
You think that hurt? It kind of looked like it hurt.
So whenever we are trading into somebody, this item is going to stack our physical protections while removing theirs. So if we can get a couple basic attacks off, we should be able to give ourselves a pretty large advantage. We missed quite a few things right there. We probably could have gotten that Isis, but instead we jumped at the wrong time, missing basics. We're just going to clean up this wave before rotating out. Right now, we are just trying to farm as much as possible. We're really looking to engage people when we have our ultimate. In early game, we're just looking to hit as many camps as possible. We have pretty fast clear because we're able to just gobble a minion, or one of the larger minions. Discordia is getting pushed in mid. Our ult is down. We're just going to go ahead and hit this red. And we're going to go ahead and back.
Enemy down.
Our speed's almost up. We have enough health and mana. We could probably hit speed, blue, and the small harpies, and then back, and be able to get boots.
Come on.
There goes speed. Let's give a little love tap to the jungle shrine. Ganesh got a second pick onto the King Arthur. We're trying to position ourselves to get this Isis in mid, but she's pretty far back, so we're just going to hit these side harpies, and then we're going to rotate left. See if we can secure this blue. I'm not exactly sure why we didn't go there earlier, but we're going to hold onto this Ganesh. Use our 3 to get the true damage. Miss a few basics, miss a jump. Have some pretty bad mechanics pretty early on in this game, but we clean it up. We're going to blink in. We just need a couple more basics where we get the true damage, and we're able to get them.
Thanks.
I don't know if y'all caught that, but if you look at the item on the left column, it has 3 next to it. That means I have the 30 additional physical protections, and that I have removed 10 protections from something or someone 3 times. So now we have the Ninja Tabi online. This is going to increase our movement speed and give us some increased attack speed. The increased attack speed is very effective on Bakasura, especially in his ultimate. And then after going into Warrior Tabi, I believe we are going into Hasten Blades. And then maybe Golden Bow after that. I believe that was the build for this first game. So with the Stone Cutting Sword bought as your first item, you get a pretty large power spike of 50, but the passive and movement speed are just so extremely helpful on Bakasura.
Enemy missing right. Flying hog monkeys.
We're gonna hit speed. Blue is a little bit off because we did not down it immediately after our last rotation to speed. There's a team fight going on in mid. We do have our ultimate. We probably should have looped behind. We throw down our ult. Very bad ult. I think we played that pretty poorly. We're gonna jump out. Our team's able to clean one up. Cerberus is absolute. That Susanoo's gonna probably get him if he doesn't back up. Scotty's able to get a pick. The squad is able to get a pick. So they have 3 down. I can be super aggressive and jump in here, or I can play it safe. I think I'm just gonna play it safe. Scotty's gonna rotate in and clean it up, so I didn't need to do anything. Makes me feel like I chose the right decision. Gold Fury is totally open for capture right now.
Be careful in the jungle.
We don't really want to deal with this Ganesh unless we have our ultimate. He's going to be able to dash out. He's a pretty tanky character. Drop the blue for King Arthur. Now we're going to go and hit our harpies.
Enemy missing middle.
We see Sylvanas. Their red might be up, so we're going to look to invade it because our red is not up. We're just looking for camps. Using the mini-map a lot to see what is up and what is down. Able to steal the red. I think they might have gotten the smalls, but we're going to go ahead and rotate out.
Take this jungle buff.
Cerberus is a little far pushed up on the right side. We're going to hit our red. So right now, we are having a pretty good start. I feel like the general strategy for Bakasura is farm early, farm often, and fight when you have your ultimate. So now our speed is up. We have enough money for a blade. Probably would have been better off backing right there.
Things are heating up.
Ganesh might be in a pickable health range.
I think he had too much
Might want to
cactus
look into
juice.
rotating over there. We're going to go ahead and back. Their blue is not up. And we're going to pick up the Hasten Katana, not Hasten Blade. Pick up some wards. We bought some health potions. With Bakasura, having the Assassin's Blessing and being able to regenerate health and mana off of the camps is really effective, and you should be able to balance your health and mana from that. If you're low on mana, use some basics. If you're low on health, eat a minion. Cubid's pretty far pushed up on right. We're just going to eat one of these minions. Here comes the Susanoo. That's his dash. We're going to jump in. We're going to throw our ult on him. He's crippled. Look at that gobble. Oh, come on now. Oh boy. Now we're in some trouble. We chased the deep. We tried to eat. I'm not sure if we did eat or not, but we just overstepped right there.
Not even breaking a sweat.
We chased that Susanoo. He beads. He would not have been able to get out of there if he did not use his beads. So we probably, once we saw that he did use his beads, should have just been like, we got his beads, that's enough of a win. I'll have my ultimate before he has his beads. Time to rotate out. Generally, in situations like that, I feel like if you can pull the enemy Aegis or beads, that's usually worth your ultimate. And as soon as you see that it's pulled, you have to assume that it's like they just used their ultimate, and now you have to fall back.
Okay.
You bait them into using something that's important, or something that's not that important, like I already have my ultimate in 10 seconds. That Susanoo is not going to have his beads for like another 2 minutes.
Come on, you gotta do better than that.
Enemy missing left.
So once we saw him pull beads, we just needed to pull back. Bunch of people weak, we're going to throw our ult onto Ganesh.
On my way.
He tries to silence us. We have our Hasten, so now we're able to just really stick to people.
Wow, you're
We get one onto the Sylvanas. Ooh, we saw somebody really weak in our red. We have our Blink. Looks like we're going to try to chase him down, or just go for our red. I might not have noticed them at the time of playing.
Team has destroyed a left
Gold
enemy
Fury
tower.
is still up. I'm kind of surprised our team hasn't made a move for that yet.
Enemy ultimate down.
We're going to rotate in behind them.
No.
And we get stunned, so now we immediately need to fall back.
Yes.
We have Scotty and Cerberus in the right jungle, so I'm surprised I didn't make a call for Gold Fury this game. I feel like we've had a couple of opportunities. But pretty confident I'm going to be able to melt down this Pyromancer, so I'm just going to start working on it. You are unable to gobble the Pyromancer, Fire Giant, or Gold Fury. But I'm pretty sure you can gobble almost every other minion on the map. We're going to go ahead and back. We need a little bit more gold for the Golden Blade. So right now we are 4-1-4. I feel like we're having a pretty good game. We did have some sloppy mechanics going on, but all in all, we are the highest level in the game. We're just running around farming, getting some picks here and there, and helping the team out. With Bakasura, it definitely does not feel good to be under-leveled. And usually what players do wrong with Bakasura is they try to fight a little too early. One of his best strengths is he's able to just zip around the map and farm pretty much faster than almost any other character. And if you were to get Golden Blade, this would really accelerate that.
Your left tower is under attack.
We're gonna need some basics off onto Sylvanas. He roots me into tower. So we're gonna fall back. We have our gobble, so we're gonna just eat the red buff and heal up from that. The enemy Ganesh is nearby. Gonna work on the oracles. Gonna throw our ult down, start gobbling the Sylvanas. That is a Cupid ult. Sylvanas pulls me. Sylvanas is able, and Scotty is able to get the pick. We're gonna work on the minion.
Double kill.
We're gonna loop around, use our 3, get that true damage online. So if you can see, I'm hitting 104 and then 70. There's a small little orange number of 70. That is my true damage. The 104 is my auto attack. Gold Fury, fellas. Let's get it. Nope. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants to make this money. Gobble gobble, jump over the wall, attack that guy. That's a nice little path that I like, so if you can invade the enemy red, you could loop around to the oracles, or you could go and try to steal their large harpy.
Enemy missing left.
So with Golden Blade is going to give you increased attack speed, a little bit of increased movement speed, and whenever you basic attack a enemy, there's going to be an area effect of damage that is half of the basic attack. So whenever we attack this jungle camp, there'll be 2 damage numbers. There will be the 264s and the 309s. 309 is what we were hitting on the large minion, and then the 260s are the ones that are being applied from Golden Blade. We do have our ultimate, and our ultimate with Golden Blade is just a beautiful, magical thing. An AoE cone attack, basic attack that has AoE damaging properties. If we can get them all grouped up and hit them all with our ultimate, it's going to be absolutely crazy damage. So with this start, I feel like going Stone Cutting Sword is viable. It's going to give you a little bit more power, and you might be looking to fight a little bit early on. Whereas with Golden Blade is going to really increase your farm. We're going to ult in on this Cupid. Oh no. Oh no, a lot of bad just happened to us. We use our Aegis and our Blink.
Our team's they didn't even see it coming.
Scotty is able to get the pick onto Sylvanas.
Really good at this.
And the enemy team is going to surrender. The stats for this game will be posted in just a second. We're about to get started into the other game where we start Golden Blade. Scotty went 12 and 4. We went 5 and 1. So this game, very similar start. I'm gonna be messaging my solo laner, telling them to start blue. I absolutely do not like having to type it out on a console or a controller with a sticky A button. It just takes forever to type a simple message. So in this game, we are going to be going Assassin's Blessing, and then we're going to be going into Golden Blade. In theory, the Golden Blade will help us clear a lot faster, and then we should be able to rotate more often and maybe get a little bit bigger than we did in the previous game when we started stone cutting. Drop the blue. Now we just need to hit this Harpy camp and we should be level 2. So the last game I put a point into my 1 and I put a point into my 2. This game I think I put a point into my 3. Yep, I'm looking to be aggressive here onto this Chonga.
He didn't stand a chance.
If we don't see their enemy jungler, oh, we just jumped in at a terrible time.
Things are heating up.
Susano came in at a good time. So I was able to get to mid before that Susano. I believe because he went speed Harpies blue. I went speed blue Harpies. And just doing that small little difference can make the difference on whether you make it to the lane ahead of the enemy jungler. We're going to go back mid, try to help Raw establish a little bit of pressure in this lane. If you want to dance, Chonga, I can dance. Raw's going to clean it up. Thank you. I was starting to look a little silly there. Gonna gobble, regen some health. So right now we're kind of low on mana. That means that we need to use our basics to clear the camps. We're going to trade some of our health for some of our mana. Hit the chalice. Give it a little love tap. We made it to our speed before it spawned, so we're going to be starting this rotation almost as soon as possible. No vision on their Susano, so we gotta assume that he is starting his rotation as well. There is a Ratatasker in the jungle or in solo this game.
Our team's got this. Come on, you gotta do better than that.
We're able to get the blue for Milan. Chonga is very weak in mid. We might be able to jump in on her. I have a feeling I missed this jump. Or I blink in and use my basic attack.
It kind of looks like it hurt.
We do not have a whole lot of mana. If we could clear a camp or two, we might be able to rotate left and get a pick over there. Jump over the wall. Raw is about to hit our red. We want to be there for that. Get some of this golden XP. And since we're clearing it with an ally, we do not really need to use R2. Plus, if we take a look at our passive, R2 is fully stacked. Where the passive is fully stacked, that uses the 2 to gain stacks on the passive. So we have enough money for Golden Blade after this camp. We do have our ultimate, but we do not have any kind of power spike going on, so we might want to hold off on that until we complete an item.
Enemy missing left. Be right careful, middle.
With Golden Blade, it has
Enemy down.
30 physical power, 20 attack speed, and 10% movement speed. The passive is going to be pretty helpful. So at some level of play, the enemy players are going to start to learn to hide in the enemy minions. So if I did not have Golden Blade and I was going after a Chang'e mid, and it was all coming down to if I could land a basic attack or not, if she could hide behind a minion, that minion could eat the basic attack for her and just save her because she's hiding in minions.
Not even
But
breaking
with
a
Golden
sweat.
Blade, if I
Our
hit the
team's
minion,
got
I'm
this.
also dealing damage to Chang'e.
On my way.
So it makes hiding in minions almost void and not doable. We do have our ultimate, we're rotating over quickly to try to do something here. We get the pick on Discern.
Well
We do
done.
not have Hasten Katana. We're gonna blink. We get rooted. Good stuff by Sylvanas, but we're able to jump in and clean him up.
Thanks.
So now we're gonna go ahead and rotate out. So this game I'm going into Golden Blade, and I think I'm skipping boots this game. I'm buying 3 movement speed items. I believe boots provide you 23% movement speed. Could be completely wrong here. The swords provide 7, 10, and 10, so that's 27% movement speed. And then your boots are going to provide 18% movement speed. So by going into the 3 swords, we're actually going to have more movement speed than if we were to buy boots. But if you were to buy the swords and boots, you'd have the most movement speed. Looks like I missed how I died because I was trying to figure out the stats for the items. I'm sure I overstepped. That's usually my flaw with Bakasura. So we have our Golden Blade. We're probably going to be going into Hasten Katana next. I probably should have bought boots just to have a apples to apples comparison this game. So on some of the movement speed characters that do really well off Golden Blade, Hasten, and Stone Cutting, some that come to mind, Bakasura, Arachne. Haven't really tried it on
I think
set.
he had too much cactus.
There's a couple of others
Not even
that
breaking a sweat.
it works really well
Our
on.
team's got this.
You don't necessarily need boots, but it would make you just extra fast.
Jungle boss.
If you're going the movement speed swords, that is. So right now, we do not have any crazy amount of power. We really just have the 30 power from Golden Blade and whatever power the tier 2 sword is giving us. Whereas in the other game, we had about 50 power at this point in the game. And we had some protection removal. We have our ultimate. Gobble, 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 gobble. Jump. Gobble.
Wow, you're pretty good at this.
So I was playing a couple Bakasuras this game. Wow, I was playing a couple of Bakasura games this weekend, and I was playing against Bakasura a couple times. And I had one game where this Bakasura killed me like 7 times. And it led me to come up with this song that I started singing to myself when playing against Bakasura, or playing Bakasura. Let me see if I can find a good time in the gameplay, and I'll perform it for y'all. Or I'll just sing it on the next death. Or kill. We'll see. Anyway, we're going to work on the oracles. We drop their red, but I don't think Raw is going to move to get it. We're going to go rotate to the purple, drop this for our teammates. Medusa might be back in time. But as you can tell, with Golden Blade, our clear time is pretty low.
Come on, you gotta do
Okay, so
better
it looks like
than
I'm
that.
going Stone Cutting this round.
I'll attack Little Blade.
So Golden Blade
Be
into
careful
Stone Cutting.
left.
The only sword we're missing is the Hasten, and Hasten is the one that's going to allow us to stick to people once we've landed a basic attack on them. I feel like these 2 swords combined, if we could ult somebody and get them in like the center of the circle with full stacks, we should be able to kill them. Terrible ult, Rat's able to just dash out the back way. Could have done that a lot better. So now my ultimate cone is already off. We're going to blink in front of the rat, try to stay on him still. We have 2 levels on him, but he is built pretty tanky. He dashes away.
Your middle tower is under attack.
I think he's just gone. I don't think there's a whole lot we can do to him. He's pretty elusive. In fact, he's dealing good damage to us while we're trying to chase him down. Come on, Mulan, I need a pull. Or knock up. Oof, I think he's able to get out. Unfortunate. So we're going to rotate back towards Mulan's blue.
Your middle tower is under attack.
She went for totem. In the situation like that, I think it would be better to rotate towards blue, get the XP from that, and then worry about totem. By hitting totem, she missed the XP on blue. Our red is up. It looks like their red might be up. Gonna gobble one of these guys, clear the other one. We were thinking about rotating onto Chang'e from their side of the jungle. However, we saw her fall back under tower, so we decided not to do that. With Golden Blade, you really just want to focus on the largest minion and let the Golden Blade damage clean up the rest. We have our ultimate. Hopefully this will be a cleaner ult. He uses Aegis.
Not even breaking
Reduce is able to get the pick.
Our team's got this.
So this Harpy you cannot eat right away. You gotta get him below 33% health and then you can gobble him and it's going to give you 2 stacks. So if you take a look at the little circles above my passive meter, it was at 0 because we just ulted, we gobbled 1 minion, and now we're at 2. So that was an example of one of the larger minions. Oh, that's going to be a pick. We're going to leap out of the Susanoo ultimate. Looking to re-engage, we do not have our 3.
Ally down.
We're going to gobble. Get a basic off. Sylvanas has a good stun. Or root, I should say, it's not an actual stun. And we have enough money for another... Ooh, we do not. We just checked. We're going to hang around just a little bit longer. Our speed is up. That means that blue is going to be up pretty soon. Gonna go ahead and drop the oracles. I think we were probably better off just backing. Whenever we were at their red, all we did was hit some oracles and waste some time.
Wow, you're really good at this.
So, this looks like the no boots game. We're going to be going into Hasten Katana after stone cutting.
Enemy missing right.
And it's kind of the general strategy as the last game. Run around, farm as much as possible. We are at 13. Medusa is also a 13 on our team, and then a Susanoo on the enemy team is a 13. So we got 3 people fighting for the highest level. This Ratatasker is very weak. Let's see if we can hit a better ultimate than last time. Nope. Nope. And then we... that rat just played me. Got me to jump, dashed away, and then ulted away. So the issue with both of my engagements on Ratatasker is that I did not actually hit him with my ult. He got tagged on the edge, was able to just backstep a little bit, and then dash away. If I could get Rat in the center, I feel like I would be able to burn him down.
Your team has destroyed a right enemy tower.
Enemies in the left jungle.
Looks like there is a 2-stack going on against the 2-stack in mid. We don't have our ultimate, so we're maybe looking to get a pick onto Chang'e. If we had our ultimate, we'd be looking for them to group up and try to get both of them. With Sylvanas there, we're not going to really go push the tower. Susanoo gets knocked up. Some good damage onto him, but he's able to dash out. We're going to rotate behind, see if maybe he's just lazy backing. Does not look like it. Oh, there he is. We're going to get a basic off. Oh, this is terrible. That's terrible.
Not even breaking a
We survive?
Our team's
Yes,
got
we do.
this.
We got pulled and we
I
got
think he had too
ulted.
much cactus
We used our
juice.
Aegis when we were able to survive. We're going to go ahead and fall back. So after going into Hasten, we are going to be going into Quinsai. Quinsai is going to remove 3% of the enemy's health every time you land a basic attack. Quincy is really good at confirming damage. If you attack the Chonga 3 times to get the full stacks onto the stone cutting sword, you are going to be dealing the 12% of their health, plus all of your regular damage, plus some true damage, plus you're removing some physical protections from the Chonga. You do a lot of damage to squishies. You might need some percentage pen for some of the tankier characters later on. But we just walked right past that Susanna as if he didn't exist.
That guy stinks.
So a little sloppy here and there, but we're still getting some picks, staying alive. My decisions in this game are definitely not min-maxed for the absolute best outcome. We're trying the no Goomba, don't body block me. We're trying the no boots build and starting with Golden Blade. I think both build options are pretty viable. I think the Golden Blade into boots, into Hasten, into stone cutting might be the most common build order. I feel like Golden Blade as a first item just doesn't do a whole lot of damage to enemy gods. It does amazing things for you in the jungle, but whenever you are engaging with an enemy god, it felt a little underwhelming compared to stone cutting that just gave you such a huge power spike.
Catch her if you can.
Overstepping because there's enemies behind us.
On my way. Enemy missing right.
Raw gets pick.
Nice draw.
We're gonna ult, use our 3 to get the enhanced true damage. Just great damage. Raw gets the pick.
They should probably stop. They won't like you when you're angry.
Gobble the gobble. Up, rat ults in. We're able to get him on his dash. This rat's very good at dodging basics. And we're able to get him.
I knew you could do it. Your team is like way,
So we
way
have
better
a
than
pretty penny in the
theirs.
bank, but I think we can push this Phoenix. Getting a 17-minute Phoenix. That feels good. Oh no. Oh no.
Come on.
Oh,
You
I
gotta do
remember
better
this.
than that.
It needed one more basic attack. We're gonna eat a camp, try to farm up a little bit of health and mana. And now we're kind of assessing the situation, be like, what is our life worth? Can we get this Phoenix? I think we can. We're gonna blink past the Sylvanas. Oh boy, it's a close one. But we're able to get it. We're gonna go down.
That
I
did
think
not go
in that
well.
situation, that was probably a worth trade. I don't know the next time we're gonna be able to push the Phoenix with just one person up. We got it almost within one-shot range. Waited for the team to kind of disperse, the enemy team to disperse, and then we just blinked back in and went for it. If we would have died before getting the
Not even
Phoenix,
breaking
it would
a
not have been
sweat.
worth it.
Our team's got
But getting the
this.
Phoenix, I think it's worth it. Some good damage onto the Chonga. The Chonga's gonna go down.
Do you plan on stopping anytime soon? And we're down.
Nice draw. I won't eat
Mulan and Ratatosker are tussling in right.
Take
you. The
right
darkness.
way.
Medusa looks like she's gonna be able to get this left Phoenix. So we went into Quincy's, and then we're going to be going into Atalanta's bow. Atalanta's bow is going to give us the 20% physical penetration that none of our other items are going to provide. And it's also going to give us like a half hasten effect. We're not really getting it for the passive, we're getting it more for that 20% physical penetration. And that's going to make it to where we ignore 20% of the enemy's protections on the tankier characters like Sylvanas and Rat. We're going to go ahead and work on Pyromancer while our team gets to the right tower. up with our team. Chonga's right here, so we're gonna go ahead and ult her, use our 3, get the enhanced true damage. She's on cooldown, so we want to push as much as possible.
Breaking a sweat.
We're able to get the pick.
Got this.
If we had waited or tried to readjust, she would have come off cooldown and probably been able to get us. We saw that she used her abilities, she clearly didn't ult us, so she probably didn't have it. And then we just needed to push her and get her. Jump over him right as he's dashing. Done that so many times this game. So we have people pushing the Titan. And then it's Raw and myself over here on the Phoenix. I'm gonna go rotate towards my team.
Enemy down.
Mulan's able to get the pick. Gobble a minion. Now we're able to get this left Phoenix. We already got the right Phoenix. We should be able to close out the game here or on the next push. I have my ult in 10, 7. Oh, we might be able to get some people here.
Not even breaking a sweat.
Didn't even need to.
Enemy down.
Team's just gonna wipe them. I'm just gonna ult her. Oh my goodness, I missed so many jumps this game.
Wow, you're pretty good at this.
Nice job. On my way.
Gobble the minion. So now we have some minions on the Titan. Yeah, Medusa can just end it. I'm gonna run in there and help her. And I think that's gonna be the end of this game. If you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you like this style of 2 videos in one, where I kind of compare the starts, let me know. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. The stats for this game will be posted in just a second. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.